fucking planet just splits in half. Oh, I left it on the fucking space background rather, which is for this podcast, this specific today's podcast is very, very fitting. So I'll leave it on the space. It's spacey as fuck. You know, it's just so many strifes about like COVID things. I did see that Norway was getting rid of every fucking COVID restriction that they have, social distancing, you name it. They're just getting rid of it. I don't know. I don't have anything to say about that. That's their choice. They do whatever the fuck they want. I think I don't know if it's the same country, which, by the way, this is a dumb question. Norway is a country, but I was thinking the Nordic region. Like, is that Switzerland and Sweden and Norway? I mean, how many countries are in is it a Nordic? Is that the term for it? Or Alpine region? I have no clue. But, walk it back, fuckface. Well, what the fuck was I saying? Oh, the Nordic COVID restrictions. Yeah, I think they were the same country. long way back around. See, now when that happens, I get nervous, and I'm like, oh my god, it's just panic moment. So I'm having like a little panic moment right now, to tell you the truth. Just gotta fucking relax. You gotta relax. People are not judging you, Smitty. This is where the practice thing comes in, you know, because under normal circumstances, I would just do this all the time. If I didn't have this practice thing, I would never have that live podcast. I would never be able to do the shit that I'm doing. So it's just, you gotta just keep going, man. Anyway, the Nordic region, I think they're the same country that first did when COVID started. I think they were the country to try when the public I'm just searching for words right now, when the public what they call that let me look it out. Sound this out, Smitty. Sound this out. Google and look up Nordic COVID restrictions, vaccines. It's the word. It's a term. It's a medical term when a bunch of people try to ward off a vaccine without a vaccination, you know, to make everybody get it. You know what I'm talking about? Now it's really gonna fucking piss me off here. Nope. Nope. Let's see. I'm just gonna Google term pandemic term for public mass immunity, or is it mass immunity? Fucking cack secas. Mass immunity. What the fuck is that called? Herd immunity. Jesus fucking Christ. I heard the Nordic countries were the first to try herd immunity, and clearly that didn't fucking work. But the vaccine isn't, I mean, it's working for people that are getting it, you know. Herd immunity is the fucking term. Oh, man. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go upstairs, take a piss, pour some coffee, come down, hit the fucking vape because I clearly need that. And we're going to do take 2 of talk practice. Stay here. I'm going to actually get the spacey thing off because that's going to irritate me. I'm like, stop being fucking spacey. Why don't you just do your Sunday morning talk practice, dipshit? Be right back. All right. I'm better. I feel better. Just some days, man, some fucking days, sometimes it just hits and you're like, God, you just want to be able to get through your thoughts, you know? I am really excited, kind of, for this October. I'm also going to really hate it. Because it's not only sober October, which is not the part I'm going to hate, although in a way, but the fucking diet thing is going, it's now or never for me as far as like diet and health. I have to do it every day. I have to get better. in order to, well, in order, it's been one of my goals in life is just to get better at everything. You know what I mean? My productivity, my execution in things, my health. So I'm going sober October, and vegetarian, which I did in April too. So it's not vegan, and we say vegan because that's the term, but it's not actual vegan. Like, there's some things that you can have as vegan that you can as vegetarian. I'm just saying I'm not being strict about that necessarily. It's veggie based, and that's the part that's going to suck, because Levi was just telling me the other day, and he keeps telling me all the things he's gonna make in October. And this is after I said I was doing sober October and vegetarian. Now he's been doing it for this month, but I don't think he did it the whole month. I want to say he started his vegan thing mid-month, so he's only been going a couple weeks, but it's still it sucks. I did it all of April, and I only had one failure when I got McDonald's. I was pissed off about it. I'm like, I'm gonna get fucking McDonald's. And totally going veggie based, and I'm gonna be pissed off totally the whole month. But I'm making myself do all of these things. You got to do it. I've been having this really just like attack mode for everything lately, making myself do it every day. You got to do it. You got to do it. You got to do it. And that sounds crazy when when you say it like that, but I have to have an attack attitude, or else I will just totally put things to the side and I won't do them, and I'll just be too scared to do those things. I'll be like, it's too hard. I'm pushing myself way more than I ever have through pain and like getting healthy. I'm raging on the elliptical to the point where I can't believe how good I'm doing. And in all aspects of on this podcast too, I've never been able to do the shit that I'm doing now fucking years ago. So yeah, but I'm gonna fucking hate it because Levi was telling me all the things he's gonna make schnitzels and do all these October things and Oktoberfest beers. I'm like, fuck, man. So I was like, I'm getting all the shit in right now. I still have a few things that I'm doing health wise. I'm still running every day, but I got fucking fast food the other day. I got pizza at Charles and Reed in Traverse City, which is the fucking best pizza in Traverse City. Like seriously, Charles and Reed, the Detroit style, the pepperoni, that. All their pizzas are awesome, but just the pepperoni is the best fucking pizza in Traverse. So garlicky. It's like brick cheese, Detroit style crust, deep dish with the crispy cheese on the outside, the brick cheese at the base, and then topped with the pepperoni and sauce. And it's so fucking garlicky, amazingly delicious. Fucking that pizza, I'm just thinking about it right now and thinking about how fucking pissed I'm gonna be that I'm gonna be vegan for a month. You got to do those things, you got to do those things, man, because if I don't kick myself in the ass, it'll just be another procrastination. I've had so many of those in my life, and I'm trying to have no more of those things. I'm tired of that shit. I want to fucking do the shit I need to do and want to do. And that's the only way you can do it, is just to kick yourself in the ass every once in a while. So I weighed myself the other day, probably for the first time in like a year. The scale that I have is shit scale. So I'm like, fuck, I could get a new scale, but I just weighed myself on Brother Levi's scale. And I'm at 262. That was yesterday. And I could have swore not long ago I was close to 280, maybe 290. I was close. I don't know if I was close to 300, man. It doesn't really feel like I've lost a lot of weight, even though I've been physical and healthy on average pretty much every day since mid-June, I want to say. So what is that? July, August, September, fucking 3.5 months. But I don't feel like I've lost anything. My pant size is basically the same. I still feel like a fat fuck, but I'm not letting myself quit. That's the whole point of that, is that you just fucking got to keep going. And every day. I would have never been able to do fucking an hour or an hour and a half on the elliptical at a high fucking resistance and a high heart rate. Fucking, I just now got a heart rate monitor, wrist monitor, so I can start checking that out. Because the elliptical fucking monitor, it's got like the thumb things, but it doesn't work for shit. So I want to fucking track all those things, and I need to, because that's how you train. That's how you got to train physically and mentally for the Irish hike. So it's exciting, but I'm gonna hate it. But every day I will be like, this is the attack mode. It's every task you got to do. You just got to fucking tell yourself mentally as you're going into it, attack it. So you go the hardest and with the most effort that you can do. It's been a real different thing for me. I'm not used to that at all. I've been a very kind of, at least I feel like I've been lazy. And I feel like that's your shit brain telling you when you're like, you fucking lazy. But there is a lot of times where I'm lazy and I procrastinate and put things off because I'm like, oh, that's too hard, or I don't want to do that right now, or I don't feel like that right now. So I'll put it off, and then it becomes, or at least in my head, a little too late to respond, or to do this task. A little too late. So then you put it off and you put it off and you put it off. And that's just been my whole life. So trying to get yourself out of that, it's a task, man. It's a real fucking mindset change that I've put myself through. And there's times it's fucking really hard. Like really fucking hard. Really, I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can fucking just keep on doing this, because it, you spend a lot of time thinking about it, but then it fucking then it feels better, and then you realize, oh man, I'm this fucking, the end product. You watch the end product, because I have to watch the end product to make sure there's no fuck ups. Like, God, that really worked out. It really paid off. This person wants to sponsor the podcast. This person wants to do this. Oh my God, I'm getting healthier. I can breathe better. All of these things. Oh, I'm doing better at my job now. That's the thing. You start a new job and you don't do well right away. You get a lot of anxiety about shit like that. But, you do it longer and longer and get better and better at that other job too. So in all aspects of life, things are starting to come right. I can see sort of the goal. I can make some sort of schedule now. Like, I'm sure some people have noticed for sure that the Rock and Roll Roundtable hasn't happened in a while. Six Packs on Mars hasn't happened in a while. The Smithville Cinemas thing hasn't happened in a long time. You name it. It's just been like trying to fit everything in, But I feel like I really sort of have hit my groove, and I now have some sort of fucking end plan, and I can have a schedule. I'm going to put off Rock and Roll Roundtable. I'll put that off until probably February, when I take a break on the Walking Dead podcast that I do with Jenny. And then I will also start soon to pick back up Six Packs on Mars, the political topical podcast. I'll pick that up soon. Next week we'll start recording that. And that'll go probably till episode 20 for season 2. And then that'll wrap up probably close. I'm trying to time it to it wraps up right around February. And then I'll just start up the Rock and Roll Roundtable again. And I will also have the time now to work on the extra projects like Smithville Cinemas, if I do want to continue that, which I do want to do. It's super fucking fun, man. I love doing that shit with my friends and just fucking dicking around and voicing movies. This the whole point of this podcast, man, is that I just want to do the shit I want to do. I love doing that shit, Smithville Cinemas. I fucking love having those conversations with my friends. I fucking love talking music with my friends. I love talking shit, and I love it. And that's why I do it, even though it is super fucking hard to get through sometimes. And, when you're doing it by yourself too, it's just like, you feel like if you're doing it just for you, which you got to an extent, like you really have to do it just for yourself for the most part. We also have to fucking, like, you got to do it for other people too. You know, you got to want to entertain people. That's why I love doing that shit. It's honestly the thing I love the most is kind of discovering how much I love this, because I never knew that I was supposed to do shit like this before. You know, it just didn't seem like an option, like entertaining people. I did like I tell this story very little about when I was in 6th grade. I want to say I did a talent show at school, and I did a Bill Cosby stand-up bit word for word about his drugs bits from the Bill Cosby himself special. And I did that. So I've always been a ham and shit, and I've always loved doing that shit. But just the idea that I could do it professionally was just never an option in life. It was just never. I don't want to say it wasn't encouraged, because that's not true. But it was just never, you know, fucking poor kid from Northern Michigan moving downstate. You're the poor dirtbag kid downstate. You get picked on because you have terrible acne with a terrible nickname, and you just hate fucking high school. You feel like shit, and you feel like just a worthless fucking piece of shit kid for the longest time, until you join the army and you start to fucking see positives in yourself, you know, and just fucking some chance you decide to take a chance on radio school. You got the GI Bill, fuck it, use that, you know, and see where that leads you. And god damn it, I was fucking good at that, and I couldn't believe it. And the fact that I met people and listeners that liked what you did, you know, and laughed. They fucking say, even the stuttering Smitty thing is, much as I kind of make jokes about, you know, that being the claim to fame, the stuttering Smitty bit, it made people laugh. Even though I say, you know, I'm known for not saying words right. That's true to an extent, but it's also true that I just relate to people well on the air. I feel like that's what I do. That's what I've come to realize that I'm good at. You know, the radio thing didn't work out because to me, it's just fucking the same sounding fucking bullshit with no, you're not allowed to fucking be different in that industry anymore. It's very hard to do, especially for somebody like me who just talks shit and doesn't give a fuck what I want to say, what the fuck I want to say. And I've always been like that. So radio is clearly not the format for me, but relating to people is for me, you know, and that's what I'm good at. And just the fucking idea that I could do that, and I was good enough to do that on some sort of bigger scale, fucking drives me every day. The fact that I now, the Irish project was a bucket list, but it was always untouchable. Like, I'll never do that. And even now I still have fucking hints of you know, what's the word I'm looking for? I still have hints of, you know, doubt, or it could not work. But I will tell you, I have never been so fucking positive in about anything than this fucking thing. It is every day. It is becoming more and more an attainable goal, and I can't fucking wait. That drives me so much. Doing this fucking podcast drives me so much that man, it's a real plus in my life, even though it causes me a lot of goddamn anxiety. Spitty, you anxiety ridden fuck. It's true though, you know, but I don't feel like it's tough to talk about sometimes, you know, but people are talking about it more, and it's fucking awesome. But I feel like not necessarily everybody has anxiety like me, but I feel like most fucking people have it to an extent. You know what I mean? I'm not much different than fucking anybody, you know? Yeah, you are. You fucking weird motherfucker.
We talking about practice.